What's up guys, my name is Blanco and this channel is about personal development, health, and creativity. My goal is to share ideas with you guys, maybe some things that I'm learning with the hopes of inspiring you to shift your mindset and give you some actionable tips that you can try today. If that seems like something you're interested in, please consider liking and commenting the video and subscribing to the channel. With that being said, let's get into it. Today's video, I want to talk about one mindset shift that I used that really helped me change the way I do things in order to get more things done throughout the day. I'm also going to be sharing 3 actionable tips that you can use right now, today, and try out to see if they work for you to get you to get more things done. The one mindset shift that really helped me, I like to call moving from an obstacle mindset to a challenge mindset. And an obstacle mindset is seeing a task list or things that you need to get done for the day and seeing it as a barrier that you won't be able to overcome and something that you don't want to do, which will obviously hinder your progress if you don't actually do the thing that you set out to do and won't be able to reach your goals eventually. So the mindset that I've been trying to incorporate into myself is called the challenge mindset. And the challenge mindset is seeing all the things you need to do as a test for yourself, a way, kind of like a game, seeing it as something that you can experiment with to see how quick, how effective you can get things done for your day. It's kind of like flipping a switch in your mind. So once you change your mind to more of a challenge mindset, seeing things as kind of like a wall that you can power through, it was more effective for me to see it that way. And that's why I suggest you try out. So once you have that challenge mindset and you have the right strategies, you can go ahead and get more done than you think you could. Which brings me to the first actionable tip, and that is called time setting. Yep, time setting. It's exactly what it sounds like. It's literally setting timers for things that you want to get done in your day. Time setting, there's 3 rules or tactics that I use to allow me to get more things done depending on what the thing is. And the first tip is called the 2-minute rule. So the 2-minute rule states that when you try to incorporate a new habit and it takes less than 2 minutes to do, you do it now. So that could be applied to things that only take 2 minutes or less to do, and it's something easy and quick that you can incorporate. You give yourself that time to decide if you want to have the challenge mindset or if you want to have an obstacle mindset. Anytime I saw, a mess on my desk or the dishes are full in the sink, I always have that little 2-minute or less time frame where I'm deciding if that's something that I want to do right now or if it's something that I want to hold off till later. As you all might know and realize, if I decide to choose to see it as an obstacle, or maybe if I'm just not feeling like doing it at that time, in that 2 minutes, I have to decide. So if I decide not to do it and do it later, it easily gets pushed off till later. I find that my willpower is a lot less. I'm not even in the right mindset to want to do it. So with that being said, it was more effective for me to see it as a challenge and to just get it done right away. So that's the 2-minute rule. The second tip that I want to share with you guys is called the 5-minute rule, or I guess the 5-minute technique, tactic, whatever you want to call it. It's 5-minute rule, let's call it that. The 5-minute rule, something that I use, mainly started doing it with things like cleaning my desk, sweeping the floor, maybe doing the laundry, putting things away, doing the dishes, anything, a lot of chores basically, is what I apply these 2 rules to. And the 5-minute rule is basically, if I apply it to dishes, I see the sink full of dishes, right? When I see that the dishes are full, I have to decide in that time that I'm gonna do them right away. Otherwise, it may not get done, and later on my willpower is depleted and I end up not doing it. How I use the 5-minute rule with something like dishes is when I see the dishes are full, I set a timer. I have a timer on my microwave next to the sink, and I just make sure everything is ready, put 100% of my focus on washing the dishes. Now, I'm not saying it's about speed and just getting it done and not making sure you're doing a good job. Still do a good job and do the best you can. My main point is kind of just share with you the 5-minute rule, as in it helped me. It was more of like a test to see if I could do it, if I could finish certain chores around the house in 5 minutes. There's gonna be times where you don't even finish half of whatever task you're trying to do. Don't beat yourself up if you don't finish it in that 5 minutes. It's just a way to kind of get yourself to focus in that 5-minute time, and you'd be surprised how much you can get done in that time. Sometimes it takes more than 5 minutes. So it just depends on what it is, how much it is, and how focused you are in that time. The main thing is you're getting it done and you're giving yourself a deadline so you can get it done. Let me know in the comment section below if these two things work for you. Third tip is the Pomodoro Technique. If you haven't heard about the Pomodoro Technique, it's basically you set a 25-minute timer where you're doing high priority, focus requiring work. After that 25 minutes, you set a 5-minute timer and then you take a break. For me, the hardest part of incorporating this Pomodoro Technique was the break. And I think maybe some of you guys can relate to that. Even if you're not doing the Pomodoro Technique, you study or you do something for X amount of time, and then you try to take a break and you say, I'm just gonna take a break for a little bit, and then you try to go back to it, and then you realize instead of taking what you thought was a 5-minute break, it ended up being like a 20-30 minute break, maybe an hour or more. As humans, we're not the best at guesstimating how long things are gonna take. So for me, it made sense to figure out how long it actually took me to do things. In regards to the break, really try to set that timer, and if I'm gonna go do something, I make sure that I do something that I know I can do within 5 minutes. For me, I found that going to the restroom, washing your face, brushing your teeth, maybe going to put some dishes away, getting a cup of coffee, getting some more water, things like that don't take a lot of time are good to do in your break. Make sure you take your timer with you. I actually take my phone with me wherever I go, and then stick with that time as best I can. Then you can go back to it and then get back to your next 25-minute block. It's easier said than done. It took me a while to get used to it, but I'm telling you, once you get used to doing the 25-minute block, the 5-minute break, you're gonna start seeing that you're getting a lot more done than you thought possible. Do maybe 1 or 2 Pomodoro blocks, preferably 2 in the beginning, and just try to focus on it. I like to drink coffee, just black coffee in the morning, and water. This gets me in the right zone, and I'm able to really do a lot of work the best time that works for me. And you just have to figure that out for yourself. But that's the Pomodoro Technique. These 3 tips really helped me to get a lot more done, and I'm sure and I hope that it helps you as well. Let me know in the comments below what you think, if you tried any of these things, and then send me a message if you have any questions. I'll be posting videos maybe once a week. Hit the notification bell if you want to keep up with me on my new YouTube journey. Hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.